Healthy Lifestyle Crib presents How One Habit Will Make You Feel Happy. The key to happiness is a single habit, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's jump right in. The vast majority of people on the planet are on the lookout for the key to a happy life. They're looking for a miracle cure to make all their impossible wishes come true. Why? Because that's what a lot of people equate happiness with. To them, your extravagant daydreams are the very definition of happiness. You understand who I am referring to. The fantasies where you have it all: wealth, fame, and a comfortable lifestyle. There, life is never boring because there are always interesting things to do. It's possible that you're encircled by people who adore and look up to you. Possibly, you have reached each and every one of your own milestones. Fear, doubt, and isolation are all banished in these dreams. To be sure, it would be great to spend the rest of your life laughing, smiling, and enjoying life, but that's not what adopting this one transforming habit would do for you. Since that doesn't represent true joy. To begin, joy isn't a trophy you can earn. This is not a goalpost that you must reach. There is no mental toggle that, once flipped, permanently replaces sadness with joy. Nothing about you will ever be truly happy. Happiness is a fleeting emotion. In an instant, it can be gone and never be seen again. You could have a good mood for a few weeks, but then something bad would happen. You begin to have feelings of sadness or isolation. You feel like you're in a rut but can't pinpoint why. That doesn't mean, though, that you won't experience joy once more tomorrow. Learning how to quickly and effectively pick yourself back up again is all that is required. That being the case, how can you ensure that you are consistently happy? Despite the fact that happiness is a condition and not a characteristic, it is nonetheless possible to foster a more positive emotional state through deliberate actions. Similarly to how you would clean your room, this is something that needs to be done. What would happen if you didn't clean for a year? Your bedroom naturally becomes a slum of filth and disorder. The longer you wait to clean, the more difficult it will be. Regardless of the fact that it isn't December, it's still acceptable. Instead, why not schedule some time each week to get things back in order? It would be far less work to tidy up your space. The point I'm making is that joy is a state of mind that must be earned, little by little, day by day. But you need to prepare your mind and heart for triumph if you want that optimism to last. In the field of psychology, this is something that has been studied extensively. A review article from 2015 that synthesizes the findings of more than a dozen studies provides a comprehensive examination of the role of setting in shaping individuals' levels of happiness. Of all, the concept of happy isn't particularly relevant in the realm of science. Insufficient detail is provided. When asked, everyone will give you a different answer about what constitutes happiness. Therefore, the concept of SWB, subjective well-being, has become the center of attention in various kinds of research. Literally, it's the same thing as being happy. Simply, it puts more emphasis on happiness, a concept that can be more readily defined and quantified by academics. But let's review that 2015 synopsis again. A number of novel insights into the nature of subjective well-being emerge from the recent studies that form the basis of this work. The malleability and adaptability of SWB is a key feature. That is to say, the actions you take and the surroundings you pick have a significant impact on your level of contentment. This is supported by research from back in 2005. Specifically, this study looked at how people's levels of happiness changed over the course of several years. Researchers found that when people's circumstances improved, so did their level of happiness. However, nobody provided the participants with the resources they needed to flourish. The researchers did little more than watch participants in their natural environments and note their decisions. The most striking changes, however, were seen in those who made a concerted effort to boost their own satisfaction. In 2012, researchers focused on how drastically altering one's lifestyle might affect one's sense of happiness. Factors including as marital status, career success, and other aspects of an individual's life have been found to have a significant impact on contentment with life in general. Studies like these aren't the only ones done, by the way. Many others can be cited to support the idea that your state of mind is entirely under your control. Still, a lot of individuals wait about for good fortune to come to them. For this reason, the one routine that will boost your subjective well-being isn't sleeping more, pausing more frequently, or surrounding yourself with cheerful people. All of these adjustments are passive in nature, yet they will have a positive effect on your mood. Always keep in mind that your level of subjective happiness is something you can and should work to improve. Because of this, if you want to improve your life, there's only one thing you can do: take the bull by the horns. It's accepting that you, and only you, are in charge of your own happiness. Let's examine how this one change can improve your life and make you happier. Primary, we'll talk about gaining control, since that's one of the first benefits of taking on adult responsibilities. It gives you control over your life, which is something everyone needs. A study from 2018 found that people who exercised self-control felt more mentally at ease. Basically, if you can attribute some action to your own volition, you'll feel better about the outcome. Emotional reactions to increased and decreased levels of personal control were measured by the researchers to test this hypothesis. Yes, it turned out that having more say over one's emotions actually helped alleviate the ones we felt badly about. But what they found when they let go of control is even more intriguing. If having more control over a situation makes you happier, then having less control over it must make you sadder, right? Reducing one's sense of control over one's own life, however, did not result in a greater intensity of negative feelings. Participants who were stripped of control simply didn't give a damn. So many people every day make the same mistake of falling into this trap. Apathy permeates their existence. These people feel helpless and believe they can do nothing to stop what is happening. Sadly, their apathy develops into long-term pessimism, which results in hopelessness and low self-esteem. In case you didn't know, these are two of the most challenging states of mind from which to recover. Taking charge of your own pleasure is a surefire way to eliminate that poisonous apathy and open the door to actual growth. Even if the feeling of mastery is critical, it is not the key factor in the success of this particular habit. That's tied closely to one's own capacity for accepting him or herself. If you accept blame, then you must also accept ownership. To claim something as your own is to claim it for yourself regardless of the outcome. Specifically, you are staking a claim to your own identity. In spite of popular belief, this is rarely practiced. Remember all those times you fantasized about becoming famous and wealthy. Are you really yourself in those dreams? Or perhaps you are merely imagining yourself to be someone who doesn't actually exist. We spend so much time imagining alternative realities that we fail to really embrace the one in which we find ourselves. Perhaps that is the greatest benefit of adopting this new routine. As a result, you learn to accept the things you can't alter. In addition to embracing the circumstances one finds themselves in, your sense of worth and confidence will soar after receiving that kind of affirmation. Why? For the simple reason that it helps you stop beating yourself up over things you can't change, such as your own doubts and phobias. Let's pretend you've never been satisfied with how you look. As you dislike your appearance, you frequently find yourself coveting the physical attributes of those you find more appealing. They exude an air of assuredness and magnetic appeal, so it's easy to conclude that these qualities are inherent in who they are. You give up looking for them on your own because you are preoccupied with events beyond of your control. Altering your mindset is necessary when you decide to accept responsibility. Problems must be recognized, and means of improvement explored. It's easy to get caught up in superficial details like height and facial structure when trying to improve your overall appearance. No, you won't ever succeed. Focusing on areas of your life over which you have complete control, such as your health and fitness, can help you make meaningful strides forward. Last but not least, learning to rein in your own joy has been shown to reduce rumination, a common yet destructive sin. There is no inherent danger in ruminating. Simply said, it's giving something one's full mental attention. Comparable to introspection, ruminating rarely causes any harm. After finishing an exam, you could give some thought to how well you did. There is no problem with that at all. But if you're anxious or insecure, even a small bit of ruminating might get out of hand. You might freak out if you realize you forgot to put your name on the test or if you missed an entire page. As absurd as it may be, you begin to question your every decision. Your belief that something bad will happen causes mental and emotional strain. To indulge in such thought processes is to abandon accountability. You're worrying excessively about matters over which you have no say and doing nothing about it. In any case, the past is the past, no matter how much you wish otherwise. When you decide to make your own happiness a priority, you must look ahead. Since you've made it a practice to actively seek solutions to problems, you find yourself dwelling less on the past and more on the present. You shouldn't waste another minute hoping that someone will just give you the key to eternal bliss. Accept who you are and take responsibility for your own health if you want to play a part. Please subscribe for more amazing videos, and thank you for watching.